The power of radio is in your hands. You can play. You can pause.
Rewind.
You can download. It's Vikilonia Radio. Solely for your listening pleasure. You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
After the wedding comes the marriage. It is not just the coming together of a man and a woman, but the fusion of two different entities to become one. Tune in every Wednesday for MARITAL Musings as we discuss the issues that married couples face in their marriages. Exclusive to Vikilonia Radio. MARITAL Musings. You deserve your happily ever after.
It's 8 p.m. on a Wednesday once again, and you know, once it's 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, then it's time for another edition of Marital Musings on your number one online edutainment radio, Vikilonia Radio. And I am your host, Ferlix Ajibose. So how has your day been? Hope you've had a great one. You know, on the Vikilonia Radio, you are sure to be educated, we motivate, we inspire, we inform, and we entertain you. And you are in for another interesting edition of the show tonight. Of course, you know, on the show, we discuss challenges faced by married couples and how to deal with such challenges. We also profile probable solutions to some of these marital challenges that is faced by a married couple. So what if you are not married yet? You can also tune in, listen, and take a clue from some of the tips that we will be discussing. You know, to be a part of the show, you can leave your comments on some of the challenges you think married couples are facing today. On our Facebook group, search for Marital Musings and leave your comments there. You can as well make use of our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Vikilonia Radio. You can also use our mobile line via SMS, that is 081-393-63906. You can also send your comments to me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter using the handle LFlexman at LFlexman. Right now, I'm going for a quick break. When I return, we'll get the show fully started.
You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Diamond Mobile app has been upgraded with awesome new features like Isusu, which helps you save with your friends in groups or save by yourself. It also includes a self-service feature where you can adjust your transfer limits, request debit cards, and many more. With over 2 million users on board, Diamond Mobile is really going beyond banking. Diamond, your bank.
Do you know that you can advertise your business and brand to thousands of listeners on Vikilonia Radio?
Oh yes, and at a very, very cheap and affordable rate. For as low as 1,000 Naira, you can advertise with us.
Simply call us on 081-3936-3906. On Vikilonia Radio, we give a new life to your business.
You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Welcome back. You're still listening to your number one online edutainment radio, Vikilonia Radio, and I remain your host, Ferlix Ajibose. On the last edition of the show, we talked about the challenges that can result from poor communication and the possible solutions. So do you still remember some of those challenges that may arise as a result of a poor communication? Do you also remember some of the solutions we preferred that can help married couples in dealing with this particular challenge? If you remember vividly, we talked about the need for couples to realize that good communication is a lifelong skill that takes practice. It is something they have to continue to do with each passing day. For as long as their marriage exists, there will always be need for them to communicate, and for that reason, they need to continue to do it repeatedly. So it comes with practice, having a good communication. So today, what are we talking about? In this edition, we are talking about the impact of money in the marriage institution. Money. Yeah, we're talking about how money, a lack of it, can have an impact on the marriage and how married couples can deal with it. Well, money issues are so troublesome, no doubt. They are so troublesome that people who say they are experiencing stress in their marriage cite finance as the number one reason. Most people you will come across that talks about having stress in their marriage, their number one reason most times is finance. Money issues are also responsible for 22% of all divorces. 22%, making it the third leading cause of marriage breakdown, according to the Institute for Divorce Financial Analysis. Now also, the economic downturn around us is also putting a stress on marriages at every income level. And when serious money problems arise, it can cause panic, it can lead to apprehension, and can bring many couples to the brink of divorce. You would be surprised to know that even if both spouses are millionaires, making a marriage last can take effort. It can take effort. So if it requires effort to make the marriage last, even in a situation where there is abundance of money, then it is important to understand where financial struggles in marriage come from, so you can try and head them off before they ever come up. At least have a head start on addressing them. Have a head start on dealing with them. But amazingly, some couples are growing through this difficulty that comes with money. Some couples are really growing, doing well, and they are overcoming this adversity. So that brings us to the question: how are they doing it? Now, can we tap from their experience? Well, to find out how we can benefit from how these couples are growing through their difficulty, we would go for a short break. When I return, we would get right into the discussion of how to deal with this particular challenge.
You're listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Bro, say you sabi say with Waka Bet, my first bet now free. It's a lie. Waka Bet too show. They too much now.
No be lie, yo. With Waka Bet, your first bet now free of charge. Just waka enter www.wakabet.ng to begin play.
Waka Bet, now your hand e dey.
Do you know that you can advertise your business and brand to thousands of listeners on Vikilonia Radio?
Oh yes, and at a very, very cheap and affordable rate. For as low as 1,000 naira, you can advertise with us.
Simply call us on 081 39 36 3906. On Vikilonia Radio, we give a new life to your business.
You're listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Welcome back. So now we want to talk about how this particular challenge can be dealt with when situations arise as a result of a lack of money. How can this be dealt with by the married couple? I have here with me some of the probable solutions that a married couple can employ in dealing with this challenge. And you yourself probably have employed one of these before. Will you be surprised to hear that remembering the golden rule is very essential when it comes to money in the marriage? You'll be surprised to hear that. Alright, what is the golden rule? What is the golden rule? Some of us know, some of us may not know. Well, the golden rule simply states that you treat others the way you would want to be treated. Yes, treat others the way you would want to be treated. So bringing that into the marriage setting, it means you want to treat your spouse as you would want him or her to treat you. This may seem simple and obvious. Yeah, you can say it's so simple, but it's something that a lot of couples forget to do. Yeah, some couples forget to do this, especially the longer they are married, especially when they've been married for a long time, and they forget this simple golden rule. Now, another thing is using of negative labels for your spouse when it comes to money related issue. Using negative labels to describe their behavior. Labels such as irresponsible. You hear something like, gosh, you are so irresponsible when it comes to spending. How would you feel if your partner held similar statement towards you? So remember the golden rule. Always treat your spouse as you would want him or her to treat you. Another thing couples are quick to do when there is problem regarding money is to do the blame game. Start blaming the party concerned. Well, you will do well to skip the blame game. Skip the blame game. Of course, pride can often cause troubles in relationships. When money is involved, losing an argument feels like a blow to your wallet. Not only a blow to your wallet, a blow to your pride as well. But many partners, rather than working together, they start to place blame on the other person. This only creates discord and resentment in the relationship. So you want to skip the blame game. So, what if I tell you that communication is also important in solving this particular marital problem? Are you surprised? Yeah. Communication about money is one of the most important kinds of communication. Even it might be one of the most awkward. Yeah, might be one of the most awkward, but it is key. Having regular conversations about money, making plans on how to use money, making plans on how to manage money helps you to avoid having big arguments about money. It helps you to avoid having big arguments about money. It allows you to bring up ideas. Having communication about money allows you to bring up ideas. It allows you to bring up plans before they are critical, before they become a serious problem. Understanding that you and your partner are likely to have different ideas on how to approach anything, including money, and then making that okay before an argument arises. You need to understand that you definitely have different ideas with your partner, so ensure that they are on the same wavelength when it comes to money before any argument arises at all. Take the emotional punch out of the disagreement and ensure that things are okay before an argument arises. Another thing you want to do is, when it comes to money, it is important that you save for the future. Save for the future. Yes, even if there is plenty today, learn to save for the future. Plan for things like school, plan for your children, plan for taking care of your elderly parents, plan for family vacation, insurance, health, etc. Plan for all these things. When you do all this, it only makes your marriage to gel very well. Lastly, the most important principle to employ in dealing with this marital challenge has to do with honesty. So you want to always be honest about your current situation with your spouse. You both need to be honest with one another. Do not hide any debts. Do not hide debts. It is better to speak early and often and enjoy the priceless treasure that is your marriage. So be open in your communication, be honest, be truthful. Do not hide anything when it concerns money, especially when debts are involved. Right now, I'm quickly going to take this one comment from our Facebook group, Marital Musings, and this particular comment is from Nathaniel Naise, and Nathaniel says, Lack of money can be very challenging in marriage. It takes deep love and understanding from both partners to understand their current financial status and work hard together to improve. Well, I agree with Nathaniel on this. It takes deep love and understanding for both partners to work out their financial situation and improve on it. So, putting all these principles discussed into practice can really go a long way in alleviating problems that may arise as a result of a lack of money in the marriage. So, wow, we have had another interesting edition of Marital Musings once again. Definitely always a great time on the show with you guys listening. You're wondering what we'll be talking about on the next edition of the show? If you are wondering, well, we will be talking about trust in the marriage, and how a lack of it can be a challenge to the marriage institution. So visit our Facebook group, Marital Musings, and leave your comments on the topic. And also leave your comments on our various social media handle, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Vikilonia Radio. Or perhaps my Facebook or Instagram or Twitter as well at Flexman. Of course, your views will be heard on the program. This edition of the show, once again, has been brought to you by your number one online entertainment radio, the Vikilonia Radio. Vikilonia Radio, solely for your listening pleasure. Remember, you can make advert placement for your product and services on the Vikilonia Radio at a very cheap rate of 1,000 naira. Yes, at a very cheap rate of 1,000 naira, you can advertise your product and services on our radio. For you to do that, please contact 081 393 63906. I repeat, 081 393 63906. The show makes a return next week, Wednesday at the hour of 8 p.m. Do enjoy the rest of the week. Another educating edition of the show returns next week. Have a great evening. Thanks for listening. I remain your host, Ferlix Ajibose. And remember always, you deserve your happy ever after.